Hi guys, welcome back to the stream. So today is Monday right now, and according to the Eastern Standard Time, it's like 12:30 a.m. Right now, we would be discussing some of the weekly analysis that is kind of like building up the data that is coming, and according to the pattern which we have been like doing it for many days. So right here on Monday, it's a bit bigger. Right here on Monday, Feb 10th. That is at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is New York time. We do have a European Central Bank president speaks, and by the way, JPY is on the bank holiday. Similarly, we on Tuesday, that is Feb 11th, we do have Bank of England governor speaks. It might be a bit important because as we saw that they kind of like decreased their rates, and secondly their voting that was done previous week was quite for decreasing the rates, and quite a few things about them that can trigger that. Fed chairman Powell testifies. It might also bring some of the changes, but these types of data kind of like brings difficulty when the question and answers kind of session is being done. So we have core CPI, really important data. We need to like keep track of it. CPI monthly, CPI yearly, and then again the Powell speaks, and then crude oil inventories that is linked with the Canadian dollar, and FOMC member speaks, and inflation expectation for New Zealand dollar, important data that is quarterly, and GDP for the pound is coming, and their preliminary GDP that is coming. Swiss CPI, important data that is out there. Then PPI is coming, and all the unemployment claims for United States as well coming, and then core retail sales and retail sales. So this is basically like the Thursday right here in front of you, and then at 8:30 a.m. we do have retail sales data that is coming. So seems like we do have the volatility in the market, and every data out there is basically like representing the inflation out here that can be triggering some of the movements in the market which we can actually see. And so Trump had to make like announcement for the next week, that is this week, for the trade tariffs, and Euro also decreased the tariffs that kind of like brought some of the difference in the market. So these are the data that is coming. So most probably like the working hours, it's like in the New York session, it's in the New York session, it's in the New York session. It's like Wednesday is kind of like full of working. Thursday is kind of like early New York session and London session as well, because pound data is involved, and then this is New York session that is involved. So seems like we can have a pretty decent day if we kind of like follow these data patterns out there. So quickly jumping towards like our levels and everything. So guys, we've been discussing this 107,500 level, which we already marked, has been like holding pretty well, and we can see that there has been certainly like some movement on the upside from this level, although it was really difficult move. Whoever like traded NFP kind of like felt that, and secondly, we are getting a reaction around this point. That is pretty legit right now, and let's see how it actually looks into the 1 hour right now. 1 hour seems pretty decent as well. I want to like get uh, get rid of this because the reaction which we are getting is a bit early. So it has been like this candle that has like dragged the price down continuously for a while. We do have like this gap that has been developed here. So market usually opens around like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you see like this is a gap that has been developed right here, and then price is like coming back to fill up this gap. Although it's not shown on 4 hour, but on 1 hour we do have that gap, and it has been like developed in on many charts, so it's quite legit out here. Similarly, like this, see, this was uh, this was a gap that was developed. Prices went up. This was the gap that developed. Prices went up, came back down, pushed up, and like continued on the downside. I think uh, let's keep it right here, simple and clean like that. Then we're gonna see that what's really happening. Uh, we're gonna discuss them some other time. Let's see here. So really important stuff here is that this is the liquidity point, and after that prices are unable to touch it. Instead it created a double bottom right there. Let's remove this so that we can actually like let's keep it clean right now and see later on that how things would be reacting around Canadian dollar. It's right now stuck up here. But the most important thing out here is that although like this was basically the resistance out here, like each time the prices like got rejected around here, pushed back, came back down, gave a pullback reaction around here. Right here we got a pullback reaction, and this pullback reaction around like around this point, and seems like if the prices go down like that, then we can have a downtrend on the other hand. Like right now it's a bit inconvenient to say that what is really happening. We need proper structure, but it's not proper right now. So this is Swiss right here in front of us. We have like seen few small order blocks reacting. This was like an order block on 1 hour chart. It kind of like reacted really good around here like this V-shaped breakout on the upper side. This was the range that was being formed. I want to remove this. Let's keep it on a bigger scale. Let's remove this. This was the order block, and we see that prices also pushed up, made a spinning top right here, and right now prices are reacting. Let's even remove this, and we can see later on that how things are looking up here. Although like prices are unable to break this high up on the upper side, and this is the low right here, came back down, failed to break on the lower side. We might see a reaction like that later on in the days, but we need to like actually keep the eye on that. But right now it's not the time that we can see the reaction, because the candle that is being formed right now, it's like really inconvenient in that sense. You see it's like not even like a perfect flow that is actually required for us to actually like consider any kind of movement. This is UJ guys, and just give me a sec guys. So 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 this is like the different movements that happen around here. We can see that there was a break that happened around here. Prices went sideways. There was a break, another break that happened around here. Prices pushed on the downside, failed to break, and like one test, two test, and then it kind of like broke down on the lower side. So this was the break that actually happened, and this is kind of like a swing that is present right here. And in that case, we can expect some reaction around this point, either on the downside or like either on a break on the upper side like that. But most probably like we can see things, but it has created a double bottom right here, and we see that this is a kind of the liquidity that has been like this is it, this is how it is looking like currently. But it seems decent in the structure right now, but there's like not any kind of setup out here to actually see. Euro USD has been like this is a great setup that kind of like I kind of like detected this already, that the liquidity was taken around here, came back down, pushed back up. This NFP push on the downside, and now prices are right here. So it looks decent, although it's like really a downtrend around here. Prices are like in a big downtrend. Let's check it in daily right now. So we can keep it like that. Let's remove this so that we just don't target much more on the upper side. Secondly, like guys, we did got a break around this point, pulled back, came back down. We can expect a swing around this point as well. This was the like, if this was the low point, this was the high point, this is a pullback. Prices should have continued on the upper side towards this level, but kind of like failed. And after failing, going to on the upper side, prices went down. So we expect a move on the downside like that. This is kind of like a neckline right now, which we're looking at. Let's see if we get a reaction around this point. Or prices might like come here and then break on the upper side and continue like that. I'm more interested in this move on either side. I think we can go with this type of structure. It's more clear. Either move. Let's put an alert right here rather than like keeping this line. This is Euro GBP. This is the order block right here, which is like a demand zone, and we see that prices came back once, came back twice, and you see like as the price touched this here and just like pulled back towards the bullish side, exactly right here. So if you see 1 hour is like a 4 candles, so if this is the opening price and now this is the closing price right here, so that's why we just like sees a doji right here. So rather than like keeping this high up here, I would like to place it right here. How it looks in daily. In daily it can like literally fill this up. It seems to be like a good opportunity on the other hand, but on daily it's a good opportunity, and in 1 hour it is like not defined right now. Let's keep it like that, it's more clear. Amazing push on the downside. Amazing. This is the NFP move. I wasn't expecting this kind of like movement, but NFP kind of like triggered all this stuff. It's kind of like a neckline right here. And you see this is a reaction. This is a reaction that happened around here, pushed back, continuing on the downside further. I kind of like want it specifically like a good reaction points. This is a weird. I think this is the suitable point right now. Because why this point is important, because this is like the reaction that happened. Price came back down. So this is the opening price, and then this was the opening price. Price went down, pulled back up. So it's just like price was here, and price went down, came back up, went back down, closed here, and then a new candle developed here, pushed back down, pushed back up, and closed here. So this is the kind of the move that actually like we see right here. So it would be really good if we can actually like see the reaction around in this level. This is the middle point of this range, and you see this reaction right here. How accurate is this reaction? What what actually we can like learn from this is like about fib extension as well. Let me show you how. See, exact expansion. So if we had known about like this structure, we could have like get an extended move up till that point. This is what actually this shows. If anybody has like understanding about the extension, fib extension can be like really helpful sometimes. This is a range expansion. This was a range, and this range expanded. What I actually mean by that, if this is a range, and if you put your fibs above here and below there, and this fib range is coming up here, so this is like how what really happened. That this is an extension that happened. But anyway, it's like historical data analysis. This is how things are looking right now. This break that happened around this point, this is the most suitable break that happened because the reaction, for example, like with this break right here, although it's really good, as well, there was an impact that happened around this point as well. But the most clearest reaction which we got around here, the swings are really like small, so that's also a problem right here. Overall, it looks fine. Let's see how things run in this Euro and ZD. We need to see the higher time frame how it's like performing right here. Guys, just give me a minute. This is the lowest point of this range, and we see that this range has been like broken out, and prices are right now reacting around this point. Let's see how it is reacting around 1 hour. This is like bit unclear right now, so kind of like went to this point. Let's see how things would react around a certain level. Although like price has like a potential to push on the downside further. Let's like remark the levels here. Although this order block has acted perfectly. This is a daily time frame right here. We did got a break around this point. There's a direct break here. Price went sideways. After the break, prices went down, pulled back up, pushed back down, went sideways, and then broke again. So this is an important order block right here. EuroCAD is a good option for keeping the track. So it is kind of like if you see overall trend is like quite a big range right here. Then there's a break on the downside. Prices came back up, and right now they are right here. Broke out, went back up, broke this structure, pulled back up, gave a pin bar right here, came back down further, and then this order block price can continue like that. Pull back, broke further, right into this order block. Its order block is not shown in here right now, but in 1 hour we would be getting a good order block right here. See, this is order block I'm talking about. That kind of like reacted around here. Let's see that how prices kind of like react around that point. But overall, it's a downtrend because you see, this is the move: rally, base, rally, continuation trade right here. If we just go in 1 hour, we can like make a parallel channel. The swing in Euro JPY has been like almost completed with this kind of move. The swing has been like completed, so I kind of like want come to look in different angle. Although this was the neckline right here, but so here what's really happened, that was a great trade in a sense that price came back down, pushed back up, came back down there, formed this double bottom right here, went up into this order block right here, and then this is the move that which we got. Quite a clear move, and this is the structure. Some move down there, pulled back into this move, came breaking down there, pulled back up again, came back down there. So let's see it in like this is the range that we are looking at. Prices went sideways. This is the range. Prices went sideways into the big accumulation right here. Failed to break high. Took the liquidity around here. Pulled back down, pushed back up, fall down, and then continued on the downside, pushed back up and kind of like stopped here. I don't want to mark this point because the reason is that we do have this big wick rejection up around here. I think this is much clear right now. What I want to like see something in here as well. This is Euro CHF. Let's look at it first weekly. Looks good. It's quite complicated in daily right now. So right here we did got a break, but let it keep it right there. Secondly, this is the kind of a structure which we are looking at. The gap is kind of like unfilled right now, but a little small gap is right now unfilled. So I think this is the type of a structure which we are looking at right now. This is a low point, this is a high point. It's still within the range. What I mean by that is this is another low point, this is another low point. But here we can see that the liquidity has been like taken up till that point, and prices came right on this neckline, went down, pushed back into the neckline, got rejected, pushed back into the neckline, got rejected, and right now it's right here. And it's weak. It's weak rejections each time. See, came back down, reacted around this point, came back down, reacted around, came back down. It's weak right now. So anyway, guys, this was like this is a short stream. Just we did like Euro pairs, play some levels. So I think it's fine for today. Thank you.